Alrighty, boys, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good to go?
Let's do it, man.
Alrighty. All right, we are back. Day number 3, Day in the Dirt down south. The Insiders Podcast brought to you by 805 Beer, Fasthouse, Catalyst CBD, Red Eye, keeping us all charged here. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Kenny Alexander.
Come on, stop here. I love it.
And
keep it up. Keep it up.
And the man, Fonzy himself, the backing behind Fasthouse. We thank these guys a ton for doing everything that they do. You guys have got to be ready for a vacation right about now.
Yeah, I mean, it is day 3, the final day. Just getting ready to throw the flag for the coup de grace here.
Mm-hmm.
Final death blow of the weekend. Yeah, it's been one hell of a ride. You know, this is actually 3.5 because we got screwed by COVID the first year. We only got the Friday in, but we came back with a vengeance, and man, I think they're up. I mean, I think there's close to 1,200 entries here.
It's absolutely
dude. It's insane. That 1,200 individuals. That is like nuts.
Yeah, they said there's over 4,000 total entries across the classes.
That is unbelievable.
You know what? I think they just been wanting this something like this to come to this side of the country. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about it a million times, but this race is so special because, for somebody like myself, it's worth driving all the way across the country to come do this event because, you show up. We've kind of said this over and over. Even if you don't make it down to your race, even, any other race in the country, you show up and you happen to miss your moto or something, it's ruining your weekend.
It's a big deal. You know what? This race is, it's a big gathering or a party, we like to call it, broken up by a couple of races. So, it's just, that's what we've created. We've created this huge, family feeling to it. And it just resonates with, everyone that comes out here. Life's short, man. Let's go out and have a good time and throw down a little bit.
100%. You guys definitely supply the good time.
Yeah.
I also don't want people to get the wrong impression when we say that it's a party, right? Like, I was at the barn party a couple nights ago, and there were parents with their kids. There were kids my age. There were, people your guys' age. There's literally everything.
Exactly. I like to say party because it's easier than saying it's a celebration of life or whatever whatever you want to call it. We just like to have a good time, live life, and ride dirt bikes, man.
Absolutely.
And talk some shit.
Yeah.
Which is what brought us here today.
Right on.
And again, we thank you guys a ton for pretty much making this whole thing happen. We've enjoyed doing this every single time we come over here. So
we have some great partners. 805 has been awesome to us. We've been dancing with them for the last 7 years, and it's been awesome. But I got to hand it to Red Bull, man. Red Bull has been backing this event going on 25 years, and they weren't at the very first one, but they heard about it through some people and in the film industry, and they jumped on it, man. It was pretty cool, and they've been with us ever since. And it's just, we're stoked. You don't really hear that too much anymore, that a company like that has stayed with just some small knuckleheads like ourselves. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And that's the beauty of it, I think.
Yeah, not only stayed with us, but expanded with us. I mean, we've been in Australia.
Yeah.
We're doing it here. There's some rumors about another one, but we won't talk about that yet. Australia coming back. It's cool to see that they get it and, kind of went back to grassroots and focused on events because they get the vibe and the feel of the one on the West Coast.
Yep.
And they're spreading that around the globe, and it's bitching.
So how did Day in the Dirt come about?
This is a good story.
Well, you know what? It's funny. My friend of mine, stunt friend of mine, that we were working on a show, True Lies. We're talking a bunch of shit, saying, man, let's put a race on one of these days, because his dad is Jan Roberts, the best desert racer on the fucking planet at the time. I mean, he was the baddest of the bad, and then we kind of let it go, and then we went to Glen Helen for a national. And we were all fucking buzzed afterwards. And we were driving home. I shouldn't say driving home, but, after we mellowed out a little bit. And then it was, I said, you know what? Let's do it, man. Let's throw a one-day party the day after Thanksgiving and invite 200 of our closest friends. And, 1,000 came through the gate that day. I mean, we're talking guys like Ricky Johnson, Eddie Mulder, Jeff Ward. I mean, the list goes on. Brock Glover, and it was just kind of super cool that those guys wrapped their arms around what we were doing, and it was just, you know, because they kind of dug the stunt business, and it was just, you know, it was meant to be. You know, but we had some pretty dang good partners at the beginning, like Stunts Unlimited. There was like a group, and all these women stunt people that really kind of kicked it in the ass. And then, you know, it was so funny. Another story is I called Troy Lee the first year because I wanted a helmet, man, because my dad and everything used to throw races, and they used to get their helmets painted by Von Dutch.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you guys, I mean, some of your listeners might not be old enough to know who that is, but he was a legend.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do that, and I called up the first year, and they hung up the phone on me. The week after we had the first one, Ricky Johnson went in and told Troy how fucking cool it was.
No shit.
We had helmets the next year.
Calling right back.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool that, you know, we kind of did that, and, you know, we got McGrath out, we got a bunch of people out that really kind of set the tone and really, you know, got it cooking. And we had movie director James Cameron come on board, Red Bull at that time. I mean, it just...
So even getting all those guys on board, they were just down. They
were just down because they just thought it was a good idea, and they heard about the first one. We didn't have to sell it to them.
Right.
Because it was such a real event, and it was about bragging rights. And that's all, you know, that's all we like to do. I mean, Fonzy, shit, I mean, all you worry about is getting the whole shot, and then that's it. You shut it down after the first turn.
That's 100% true.
Yeah,
and I've done it once in the last 3 tries.
Yeah, it's about just telling war stories, you know, around the campfire. And, you know, like I say, you know, it's not a matter if it doesn't matter if you're in first or 21st, as long as you're beating your buddy. That's 100%. All that matters, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's what this event's about. It's about family and just having a good time on dirt bikes, like I said.
So when this event started, was Fasthouse already established?
No, Fasthouse came about from, I had a company, Elrod Racing, and it was just we made old vintage shirts and stuff. And my partner,
his middle name's Elwin.
Huh?
His middle name is Elwin. That's where Elrod came from.
Yeah.
I called him as a kid.
Right. So it was just something kind of cool that that we wanted to do, and it just came about by making up some old vintage shirts and stuff, and we needed a name for a website.
No shit.
And and I'm just saying, going, you know what? Everyone used to hang out at my grandpa's house back in the day. We're talking some rad fucking fast guys. I mean, that used to go over there after racing in Indian Dunes, these legendary tracks, and racing in the desert. You know, fast guys, fast house. So that's how we kind of came up with it. It was about family. I mean,
just natural, like not sitting down in a corporate meeting like, all right, let's make a sick name.
Yeah, and then I was, you know,
nothing about Fasthouse is corporate, brother. Nothing.
Yeah, and I love it. That's
it's so funny.
I love you guys.
I always saw Fonzy out at LACR all the time. I said, you know, we need to do something one of these days together.
This is way back.
And throw down, and so we just.
So what were you doing at the time?
Initially, I was working for InStyle, Rob Healy, graphic company, way back in the day with my best friend Ryan Persley. And that's when I first met Kenny, because we were doing the graphics for A Day in the Dirt. And then I raced it a couple times. And then got to know Kenny just because I was a sales guy. And ultimately, I went to Parts Unlimited from there and worked as a Smith brand manager for 5 years. And then I created my own brand management company. And then we just kept bumping each other at the track here and there. We'd go to restaurants to talk about ideas and business and how does distribution work and how does B2C work and B2B. And he's like, we're going to do something. And finally, we did it. We pulled it off.
That's crazy. And how long ago was that?
Well, the initial try.
No, that was about, 10 years ago. Yeah. Then we kind of shelved it for a little bit.
Yep.
And then my brother-in-law came to me one day and said, you know what? Fuck it. I would like to invest in it. Let's do it.
Yeah, he did.
No
and
shit.
it's just kind of, you know, he just said, let's make it happen.
Which was really late summer of 2015. And Kenny got this building. He wouldn't let any of us see it until it was ready. And he gutted it. Yeah, it was so cool. We didn't even know how we were going to pay for it. We had nothing.
Nothing, because we used to run out of my garage.
Right.
So, you know, it was just kind of like something that we used to do for fun. You know, I was working in the film industry pretty heavy at the time, and it was more of a hobby.
Yep.
You know, and
kind of more of a backstory. The momentum of Fasthouse was you had done BC Ethic had made some jerseys for the brand that they would wear with the Troy Lee Air Pant, right?
Gotcha,
and so that's kind of where it started as kind of people digging the vibe and the name, and then the T-shirts for the events for Day in the Dirt. Really, this event is really what built Fasthouse.
No shit.
Yeah, and I gotta give it up to, you know, I don't know if a lot of you guys have heard of Sean Collier.
Yeah. Yep.
Bad motherfucker on
Yep.
500, and got him off the couch, and we put a jersey on him, and he went out and kicked some butt around SoCal, and it was just really cool that this guy, blue collar worker, could go qualify for a national, get 13th place, and just everyone just resonated with that,
Right.
and it really kicked us into gear. A cool fact is his dad, Mike, used to make all of our jerseys and stuff, and so
No
right
shit.
down in the valley,
Wow.
where we were from. Just so it's made in the U.S., man. So
That's crazy.
that is just you don't hear about that kind of shit. And
That's what I mean. Like a company, like for people that have no idea of any of this, that just see Fasthouse as this big, sick company. Like it's crazy to hear that you guys literally just started as ideas getting thrown
just
around.
started, we were very fortunate. Just as Fonzy was saying, we moved into our building. We're scared to death. How are we going to fucking pull
And
this
it was
shit
like
off?
$3,000. It was nothing.
Right. we worked for 2 years with no pay, no nothing, and I have an asshole over here
He's customizing a helmet.
customizing a helmet.
$1,000
Ronnie
helmet.
Mack. He's cutting up one of our Dane the Dirt helmets that cost $1,000.
Not anymore.
Holy smokes.
2,000 now, baby.
We'll let you see that in just a minute.
Yeah,
He's
I might have to grab a
Yeah,
little.
yeah, you
clip
got to
of
get
this.
on that.
Yeah.
Got to add that in. He's a madman.
This is what I love about this over here. You never know what's going to happen.
Look at that
Over
thing.
at the Fasthouse tent, you never know what's going
Hey,
to
he's
go down.
he's trying to take our 15 minutes of fame here.
Yeah,
is what he's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to do. Steal our thunder. But
I love it.
no, we love this asshole.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
all,
good dude.
It's all good. No, but just going back to how to start a company and how you surround yourself with good people. You do good work, and we did that. Pat Lopez called me up one day. You know what? He goes, man, you should sponsor this guy named Tyler Bereman. I said, I've seen Tyler before.
No
I've seen him out at the
shit.
fucking thing. He's that guy that wears that DC gear.
Stole beer out of your cooler.
Mammoth. Beer out of
Yeah, I remember
Mammoth.
hearing
Yeah,
about this
yeah.
story. Yeah.
Pink hair and shit.
Yeah, what a little dick, I thought. And purple hair, all kinds of crap. But, and then, so we sponsored him. And then 2 weeks later, he came in with this other asshole named Darren Durham. And it was a match made in heaven.
East Coast
Yeah.
is toast.
Yeah,
East
just
Coast is
really
toast.
East Coast is toast. One of the coolest series ever put
I-
out for moto, dude. I don't care what anyone says. Hands down,
100%.
bad motherfucking shit.
As a
'Cause it was
a-
real.
As a
Real.
strong moto film fan, that was one of the sickest series that I've ever seen.
You know what, Verb? Let me tell you something. Those Mike, one of the filmers, Tyler, Darren, all the boys that put a lot of work into that whole series, man. I got to hand it to those guys. They did it on a shoestring budget.
Yep.
Because we were small, man. I think we invested. I don't want to say how much, but it was a big deal for us. We took a risk, and it
Kenny
was
said he didn't care. We're just going to figure it out.
One
Yeah,
of
you
those
know
deals
what?
that if it didn't go good, it probably would have bit you, but
you
you
know
were
what?
confident.
It was probably our best decision Fasthouse ever made.
Yeah. No shit.
Hey, it was
Fucking
really,
badass.
really cool to see. And I don't care what anybody says. And they can argue with me, tell me I'm wrong. But seeing those boys in that first round on TV, and you see all them Fruity Pebbles looking gear sets, the dumbass colors and all the twisted weird shit, and then our solid colors stood out.
Yep.
So good.
Nice and clean.
All of a sudden, people started changing their gear sets. They're
Yep.
never going to admit it, but
Yep.
they all of a sudden went from all that funky stuff to
Well, that-
clean.
You know what I
That's
like
very
about
true.
It? You know what I like about it, Ryan, is they don't get it. It's not about that.
Mhm.
It's about a feeling,
Yep.
and it's about a crew. That's what the whole thing's about. It's what Fasthouse is about. I think we're a people's brand.
It's emotional
100%.
attachment to this brand.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I mean, from a personal experience, ever since you guys have given me the opportunity to come on and be on board, I've never had a company that I can call the owner, the main guy, and literally just talk to during the day. You'll answer my phone call on a Tuesday afternoon when I know you're fucking running around doing
No,
a
dude,
million things.
It doesn't matter, man.
Mhm.
It's just
It's
what
so
we're
rad
here
that you
for.
brought that up,
Yeah.
Ryan. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kenny, but it reminded me of a moment in Mammoth where one of our little riders, Lily Davis, was on a 50 in Mammoth, and she went down, and Kenny went back and pushed her out, and her dad was crying because he's like, no owner of any company is even here, let alone pushing kids
Yep.
off the track.
Well, and that's why, you all these people that you see under this tent here, they're so loyal. They rep Fasthouse so hard. Everybody here is die-hard Fasthouse because they have an emotional attachment to the brand. I've only been here for a few months now, and I don't want to walk around without a Fasthouse shirt on. There's not.
Thank you so much. We're so proud of that.
Thank you.
And that
Very humbling.
That warms our heart.
Yeah, it's good. It feels cool.
That's what it's all about. We have, like I said, we are kind of the faces of the whole brand.
Yeah.
We have 46 employees. There's all kinds of people around the fucking world.
Kenny's son, Kenny's daughter started with us.
Yeah.
Their friends, their family, his wife, his mother-in-law, his dad still works for us.
Right.
I mean, he's there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just cool, the feeling of this brand and the people around it.
And that's also
awesome.
what it is. It's so family oriented. Like, again, you walk in here, like, again, I haven't been here that long, and I can go up and say hello to everybody. And everybody's so welcoming. And again, it's your wife, it's your son, it's Santina, Ashley. It's all the same faces.
It's all the same
when you come
faces.
over here, a lot of brands, you don't really know who you're going to deal with when you go over to your sponsor to do whatever you got to do. You don't know if you're going to talk to the rep or some dude that doesn't even know who you are. Over here, it's such, like you said, uncorporate, family vibe. But
hey, we're not the smartest bunch in town.
No, and we drop a lot of balls.
That's right. We know how to take risk and do it. And it's like it's all for the family, and the family's huge.
I think what Kenny's
Yeah.
done is captured the feeling he got as a kid racing, and he shared it with everybody. And Kenny and Amber, through Day in the Dirt, through Fasthouse, which is getting global, recognition, which is amazing. And I mean, it gives me the chills when I talk about this brand because I saw it on his bike in 2001 or 2. Little Cini sticker on his Honda, and I'm like, "What's Fasthouse?" He just looked at me, and smiled. I go, "That's a cool fucking name. It could be anything."
We're stoked.
And
we're
that's
proud
the thing.
of it.
Fasthouse goes so beyond moto. I think you guys really are one of the first brands to really not do what everybody else was doing, right? Like you said, all the gear was crazy colors. Everything was kind of done the same way by everybody. And now, again, dude, if you guys go to a Supercross race, it literally feels like it's 75% Fasthouse hats or shirts. It feels like everybody has a Fasthouse something on. And for the first time, I'm like, usually I'm like the type of person that I don't want to be wearing what a bunch of other people are wearing. But now with this deal, I show up to that type of stuff and I'm like, fuck yes. Like, you guys are,
And
we're
you're
all
like
on the
this- yeah,
same
you see
team.
each other like,
we're all
yeah.
on the same team. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it. I mean, I don't care if you wear Thor, Fox, any of that shit.
Yeah.
We love it, man. If you sport one of our hats, tees, or something like that, because it just
That's almost
it's
cooler,
not
right?
about
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not about a gear company. It's not about anything like that. It's a big club.
Yeah, we're not at war with anybody.
big
We just
club.
want to love everybody and have
Yeah.
fun. You know what I mean? We're not out worrying about what anybody else is doing. We're just doing what we're doing. I mean, our stuff stayed almost the same for 5-6 years now. It's different, but it's the same.
Right.
I love this kid's style.
Little
He
crowd.
didn't care. He's got some Rastafari shit going on. He just
This
like
place is so cool. This has been a lot of fun.
yeah.
It's-
Like I
it's-
said, this asshole over here is trying to take our thunder
Yeah, he's
right
still not
now.
thunder. He's
I
over here
know. Yeah.
chopping up a brand new badass helmet.
Hey, we'll bring him on after.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll
Exactly.
bring the fresh lid on. We'll show
Yeah,
everybody.
you gotta
what's
give him a little
going on.
go-go juice.
No, but man, it's just we plan on keeping this up as long as we can, throwing cool events, getting behind the sport, man. We just we
Which,
have
by the way, Kenny, the next big event is
the
Yeah,
two-stroke
buddy.
World Championship, and
My
that is
second favorite event.
Oh no,
yeah.
let me tell you something. That thing it's got some street cred out there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
What
It's
it
the
went from
real
what, 200-300
deal, man.
riders to
Dude,
close to
No,
1,000
it's
now.
nuts, huh? I
can't
didn't know
believe
there's
it.
that many two-strokes left on the
So
planet, and it is just gnarly.
You know what also is getting bigger and bigger is Vet Nationals.
Vet
Yeah,
National. Oh,
yeah,
Vet
we support
Nationals
that
are
one
getting-
too.
I seen, I don't know, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Jace from Gypsy Tales.
Yeah.
But I've just heard a little bit down the grapevine that him and his buddies are literally, they're eating healthy, they're riding more, they're doing
they're
all
training
this
for it,
shit,
huh?
Training for Vet Nationals at Glen
Well,
Helen.
Ryan, I don't know about that. That's not our group.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah. No,
We
like
don't
to-
train.
We like to sit on the couch.
We drink
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
talk a lot of
But-
shit, and go race.
But how
And then-
crazy is it that you got people from other countries
It's awesome.
that are
I
like,
know.
we gotta go to this event?
I know. I'm only talking shit right now. No, Lori and Bud put on a badass event.
Yeah,
They've
it's
been
fun.
they've been working hard. They've been doing it a long time. I mean, yeah, just the white Tom White all
Yeah.
them. It really made it super cool.
Yep.
And it's something special. And also Surfercross, dude.
Yeah.
we
Surfercross.
love
That's-
that.
yeah,
one of
that's
our
a lot of
closest-
fun.
That's one of our close to our heart. You know, J-Bone is he's a bad dude.
Yeah.
And I think that event has been going on
20
22 years.
22,
I think we have
Right
2
behind you.
years on him.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we have 2 years on him.
Yeah.
So
It's
but
funny because again, another sick-ass event.
another
Like,
sick-ass event, and we've wrapped our arms around it as well. We're kind of partnering up with him on doing a few things, and
Yeah, you know, when
just to
we
keep the
when we
fun
do our
alive.
year calendar, there's some non-negotiables, and he just listed them all out. I mean, we're doing those no matter what.
That's right, and we want to keep that going. You know, Fonzie and I, we're dedicated to that part of the business.
Yep.
Because I think that part of the business is where we're really strong.
Yep.
You know, I hired this new guy named Mark Ferris, new president for us. Bad dude, and we are stoked. Hopefully, he can focus on that stuff that we don't like to focus on.
Like Kenny likes to say,
You
it's
know what
party
I'm
in the
saying?
front, business in the back.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So that's what we're hoping for, and it's we've never felt better.
I love it.
Awesome.
So before we get you guys out of here, again, one of the things about this brand that I fell in love with is, you know, all these other gear brands, one of the main things that they want is results. If you are not giving them what they want result-wise, you're probably not going to have a deal for much longer with them. Now, you two are both very smart, very business-oriented gentlemen. I'm sure you both are thinking in your head like, damn, this guy's just giving me hella credit right now.
Yeah, a little too much. I'm not going to be able to get my head out of this thing easy up.
But where did this mindset come from that, like, again, you guys are...
We race
one of-
sometimes.
Yes. Like, you guys are one of the coolest... You guys are the coolest company when it comes to support and sponsorships. Again, like, you guys have told me straight up, we don't care about what place you get. As long as you're out having fun.
Hey, like I said,
And
we
you're
got-
safe.
Well,
Exactly.
first of all, again, we have great partners that have been with us since the beginning, you know, and like
And they've
we're-
always
like,
just been down for
they've
your
been
vision.
down for what we do because we're real. We're
Yeah.
not about, you know, hey man, if a kid, yes, we know everyone wants to go win a Supercross or do the whatever. You know what? However they get there, that's up to them. We'll back them as long as we can, as long as we can afford it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my kid that I wanted to take all the way was Talon Hawkins.
Yeah.
That guy is got it, man. He's got the charisma. He's got the speed.
The look,
He
the
just-
personality.
The look, everything.
Yep.
And I told him, you know, one of these days we're going to get him back. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
might be
We
our
keep
first
trying.
guy. That might be our
That would be
first guy.
sick.
That might be our first guy that we say, fuck it, we're going to
Yep.
go for it, you know.
Well, actually, we got Justin Hill, who got ninth last
Well,
night.
Justin Hill got
that was
ninth.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
That was
legendary.
sick.
But he
that's
was
a
talking about-
legendary family.
He's
I mean,
talking about bringing somebody up, you know. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Hill, we got to give him props. He got ninth last night.
For
I was
sure.
texting him after, and he was hyped. And he says
And
he's getting better. He's
I was
hyped.
talking about the Hot Wheels
Yeah, I
kids,
know.
like how we
I know.
kind of
Farming
focus
them
in-
up. Yep.
Yeah, we have Max Shane is a little ripper
Yeah,
right
he was at
now.
Freestone ripping.
Amari. I
Yeah,
mean,
Amari
just, we
won
have,
here.
Yeah, we just have all these cool cats that
How did the...
rip.
There's so much we could talk about. I'm trying to get all this quick. How did the Hot Wheels thing come out? Because again, like, back to you guys going after collaborations with different companies that most people don't do.
Well, it was really cool. The president of Mattel came to Fasthouse,
No shit.
and we had a meeting with their whole crew, and they were just blown away by what we
I
presented
dazzled him
them.
with bullshit, and he leaned into Kenny and said, "Give me a call. Here's my number."
Yeah, so we did it, you
Fonzie
know.
softened him
yeah,
up a little bit.
Yeah, he like tenderized him a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, that's right.
So we got that. That was super awesome, and
They've been great.
They've been unbelievable, you know. And you know they've been messing around with motocross and stuff like that for a while and doing stuff.
Yeah. But nothing
um,
too crazy. Like
nothing too
big.
crazy, and they just liked what we came up with.
Yeah, I think after
That's
coming
so
to Fast
legit.
House and feeling the vibe and meeting Kenny and the crew and Danny Osterman and TJ and all the guys in the art department and kind of seeing how we're about. And Kenny had this one line in a presentation where he says, we fit anyone from 5 to 85.
Yeah.
And he's like, they have it figured out. They got the secret sauce.
Perfect.
Looked at his crew kind of like, guys, let's plug into this. Let's figure this out.
Yep.
And that
And
was
it's been family ever since.
I love it,
Yeah.
man. I just wanted to bring that last part up because I've literally heard people ask, like, you know, why doesn't, you know, Fast House sponsors all these riders? Why don't they go after like a top 450 guy? And
That's
it's not that you
expensive,
guys
brother.
We've been, hey, I
For
would,
sure.
I don't want to say, but half of them are been to our place.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just, at this time, well, they're expensive too, but at this time, we wouldn't do them justice. I mean, we wouldn't, right now they need to, they need to go out and make a good living while they can.
Yep.
And you know what? One of these days when we're there, if we want to throw down, we'll
Everything
do
makes
it. You know
sense.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it needs to be the right person. And,
Yeah, that's the key thing.
know-
And there's some great talented guys that
Yeah.
Kenny thought would be a great fit.
Yeah.
But
And that's also what I love
they
about
currently
you
have
guys.
great deals.
And
So-
you know what? And I at first, Justin, we found out that Justin Hill was looking for a ride and stuff, and I talked to a few people, and I thought, that dude's badass. He's kind of coming back. He plays the guitar. He's friends with half our riders.
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
already
He's
hang
got a
out
cool
with,
vibe.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
He's got a cool vibe, and the guy can throw down.
Fuck yeah.
So we
He
got
blew
it-
our
we-
minds at the
we
straight
got it-
rhythm.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
got him in there. We put him in a headlock, and we talked him into it. So he's repping us right now, and we're behind him. And like Fonzie said, he got 9th last night. And we were screaming for him, and we were screaming
we do
for
care about
Roxon
results
at
a
the
little
same
bit.
time. Yeah.
we were excited for him.
Yeah,
Right.
and we were,
We know how hard he's been working and how much he's put
Oh,
into
hell
this.
yeah. Gosh,
that
dude.
was so sick. My dad totally spoiled it for me on the ride home.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But my dad's a huge Roxon fan, and he was
That was
so
big
stoked.
too, right?
He couldn't even help it.
Kickstart
He-
Kenny, I mean, I'm an Army dude. Suzuki
I know
takes
you
care of
are.
me. That's my brother, so
Yep.
I love it.
It's so funny because
Kenny's teammate over here.
Yeah.
yeah, we showed up here, and Tyler Bereman said, this, and look at this. And he pulled Kenny over a big, how
140.
big?
Oh,
140,
my gosh.
150
Sandbox.
something at the sandbox thing. And I think Tyler basically said, you're going to fucking win, right? And then yesterday, before he did win, I said, Roxon is going to win
That's
this tonight.
so
And you know
sick.
why? It's because he had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He went
The
into the race
pressure.
with good vibes.
And he goes, hey, I got some fucking balls, because whoever to pull that trigger and go for that,
Dude.
that is big
Well,
shit.
he was-
mid-season, mid-Supercross season.
Did you hear the whole? Yeah. Did you hear the whole story?
Uh-uh.
So he wanted to watch how fast Tyler went off of it, and then he rolled it, right? And then he goes, "All right, tow me in." Like he watched him, right? And
So
rolled
was
it.
he just scoping it, or was he like,
He
I
was
want to
just-
hit
He
it?
was watching Tyler jump it.
Gotcha.
And then he goes, I just want to see how fast you go. So
Yeah.
and then he rolled it, and then he went. He goes, I'm going to follow you, but I'm not going to jump it. And Tyler said he looked back in the air, and dude was in the air, and he's like, "Oh man!" And he said he rolled into like the little area there where Larry Brooks was, and he's just looking at him like shaking his head. He goes, "I didn't tell him to do it."
No way. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
No,
so
sent
sick,
it,
man.
dude. That guy's
I would have
gnarly.
loved to seen all the mechanics, all the
Oh,
boys in
you
there
know
watching
there was
him
some
do it.
underwear that needed to be changed after that
exactly.
deal.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a big one. I remember I was with you. I'm like, dude, did you see what Tyler just
Oh,
did?
I know.
When we all seen it, we were all like showing each other like, because I seen the clip of Roxon doing it. I didn't realize at first it was Bereman.
Neither did I.
And then I was like, oh, wait a second. Whoa, that was fucking Tyler that towed him in.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
badass is that?
Let me
It was
tell you
wild.
something. I've been to Imagination since
Yeah.
it got started, and that is no joke.
That's another one
Right.
that gives you chills.
I
just
mean,
thinking
yeah,
about
I
it,
mean-
dude. You got to go see it next year.
I want to come next year.
No,
for
it's
sure.
like it makes you can't even watch really.
Yeah.
The first couple days when they're practicing, and Tyler hits most of them first.
I've
He hits
heard
them all
that.
first.
So I
I've
think
heard
he
that
hits
he
them
hits
all
everything
first.
first.
Don't they
Yeah,
call him
I
Professor
don't
Beerman
wanna-
or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Camp Counselor Beerman.
That's right. It scares me to death.
Oh,
dude,
just
he's
seeing
like
the
my
jumps,
kid, yeah.
Ryan, it makes your hands sweat.
Even on TV, and I have done this long enough that I know that if it looks big on TV, it's fucking massive in person.
Unbelievable. Like I was telling Steve Shear from Red Bull, I'm like, you guys do a great job presenting it to the people on YouTube and your channel and Red Bull and on TV. When you're there, it blows you away.
Yeah,
and then when
yeah.
you see them jump stuff, holy shit.
Not even comparable.
No, I mean, God, I'm getting the chill. It is thinking about it.
Yeah.
Watching Vicky, Tyler, Axel.
And I love what
Insane.
I love what Tyler's done with that whole thing. Because for one, it keeps free riding alive enough that younger kids are still, you know what I mean? There's young kids that are not just watching Supercross, they're watching Tyler and Axel and all those guys do their thing, and they're like, damn, that looks sick. I want to do that when I get older. Instead of maybe just, back in the day, it was just if you ride dirt bikes, the main resort is just right to
you know what?
Supercross.
I would love to see Roxon go out there and hang out with the boys for a day and hit some of these things because Ryan Sipes did it.
Patrick Evans
Right.
just
You
flashed
know what
us,
I'm
by the
saying?
way. We have to give him a little love
Oh,
there.
yeah.
He rode today.
He rode hard.
Yeah,
but-
you're not wrong about that. That would be
Yeah,
insane.
That
And-
would
and
be insane.
Is it not gnarly to see the first time we went, all the best dudes, right, and
Right.
girls.
Yep.
I should rephrase that. Scared as shit, not talking to each other on their own zones, on their phones, like like tripping.
Kind of eerie.
Yeah,
It was
they
kinda
saw it and
eerie.
they hadn't ridden it yet.
It was kinda eerie,
It
and-
was like uncomfortable vibe, dude. Like we
Yeah.
bailed because we're like,
Because
this
it's never like
it was
that.
intense.
They're all a
Yeah.
bunch of, they're all cocky
And then
all,
they-
you know what I
Right.
mean?
Joking
talking
around with
shit.
each other.
Yeah.
And then they hear him say something scary, and then they jump it, and they're like, "Whoa, it's so fun!" It is gnarly. It's
And they
unbelievable.
share though. They
Yeah.
share the knowledge, and
Yep.
they pull people.
That's
It's
so
so
sick.
cool.
Together.
They're all helping each other.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, Tyler being the way he is, he brings like the snowboard, skateboard vibe to it.
Yeah, he does.
Let's say fuck the competition. I'm gonna feed off you, you feed off me. You go big, I'm backing you up.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
I'm gonna
And
go
dude,
just as big.
It doesn't matter if they like a.
And it's
if-
just to hype each other up, not
Yep.
to try to beat you. but-
exactly.
And they're all stoked on each other. When someone does a
Exactly.
sick whip or a sick trick, they're like, "Whoa!" Like it's
Like
it's
that.
cool.
That
and that's
massive,
what it should be.
That massive hit that Bereman did. The camera pans back to everybody, and everybody's just going crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Dude.
sickest shit to see.
They're
Well,
elevating each
hey.
other, right?
Exactly.
that was a scary moment for everybody.
DID Wheels. Got to give these guys a shout out. They made my bike look stellar for this trip, Brock. DID has been driving the motorcycle industry for nearly 90 years with innovative design of their chains and rims, the absolute top choice worldwide when performance, quality, and consistency matter. Go with DID. The rigidity of these rims, the weight, the drivability, the cornering, these rims are top notch. It's crazy that you can put a aftermarket set of wheels on your bike and you can feel them. They actually make a difference.
I bet you were shitting.
Well,
'cause
no,
you're
I was shitting, and
We were sitting there talking to each other, and he's like, "Tyler's gonna jump this." I go, "No shit, he is, isn't he?"
no, hey.
Shoo.
And Tyler was right there, and he's about 5 feet from me. I looked in his eyes, it's like gunfight.
Yep.
Let's
can tell when Tyler's-
Let's go to town.
Switched on.
Yep, and he was
Switched on.
going to go.
I love it because you just watch Tyler and he's looking at something and he does the
Yep.
big deep
That's the
breath.
move.
It's like, okay, yep, he's gonna do something fucking gnarly.
Yep.
Fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
You could die doing that shit.
No,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's
you could
happened
die, you could die
before.
going across the street,
Unbelievable.
But I mean, that's putting it out there.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
yeah, it is.
it's
When you're
gnarly.
doing shit like that, it only takes one little thing to go
One little
wrong.
thing, but you know what, man?
When
I
you have
tell you
skill
something.
like that.
When he landed that and knew he was pulling off, that was probably the best moment of his life.
Fuck yeah.
That he said, you know what? I fucking lived through that.
Yeah.
And we had the
Let's go,
first
yeah.
footage of it, and it blew up. That was insane.
Yeah.
that was
no,
crazy.
his fiancee
Yeah.
filmed it.
Yep.
On her iPhone.
Kenny's like, "Did you get it? Did you get
Did you get it? He got it to my son Keegan does all of our social. We had it up before everyone
Yeah.
else, and it just fucking
blew
went
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millions.
So
of
we
views.
scored.
Yeah, that was epic.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
it's like
Tyler.
being Tyler did, right?
Yeah.
Our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so that East Coast is toast move back in the day, looking
Yeah.
pretty good
hey,
right now.
And like I gotta say, all the guys that have helped us over the years,
Everyone.
you know, sport our stuff, from the artists to the guys hanging it out on the weekends to our off-road guys
Yep.
to, I mean, just everyone that has been a part of our crew. We got to thank them.
Yeah. And thank every single person
we wouldn't be here today, man, if it
who
wasn't
spends
all for
their
those guys.
hard-earned money on our brand. Thank
Yeah.
you, because it means a lot to us, because that's Kenny's heart and soul. This is a true, authentic story from the beginning to the end, and hopefully one day he'll get a chance to tell you the whole story.
Yeah.
He got little snidbits, or what do we call that? Clip
Yeah,
notes
we're gonna
today.
100% have
But,
to sit down in a
yeah,
in an enclosed area.
You know,
and
'cause
we
we're-
greatly
'cause-
appreciate it.
'cause
We're
we're
humbled
proud
by
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
We are proud of it, and like I said, you know, it was we built an army.
Fuck yeah.
And the Army's out
strong
there.
one.
Yeah, the Army's out there kicking some butt.
We're not too
Yeah.
cool. We appreciate it all. We'll never be too cool. We're just here to keep bringing cool shit for everyone to feel a part of the family and the vibe. Thank you for having us. It means a lot, dude.
And I gotta say it again. Our partners. I
Yeah.
don't want to just. It's not a plug because we're doing it.
They helped build
we
this
have,
brand.
No, they really have wrapped their arms around us, and same with
Red Bull,
same with
25
us.
years. 805, 8 years. Bell, 6 years, 7 years now. Who else have we got? that I'm
Well, we
missing?
got Hot Wheels going.
Hot
yeah,
Wheels,
Hot
3
Wheels
years
is in
now.
3 years
Yeah.
now, and just all of our friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single person that's come and gone that has worn the brand, as a rider, a customer, employees, friends, family, it's all got us to where we're at today, and we're still small. We're still slowly getting the word out about the brand, so it's awesome. Everything's a stepping stone.
Do you guys have like an end goal of where you want to see Fasthouse, or you're just letting it roll?
I would like it to be a forever brand.
I love that.
I want to keep on throwing badass events. I want to, when I'm pushing up daisies, hopefully this shit's going on, man, without me.
Yeah, we're gonna spread
Fuck
Kenny's
yeah.
ashes over in the dirt track.
Fuck yeah.
But the problem is he's going to do mine first because he's going to outlive me. He's fucking 60 years old, and I'm 46. He looks younger than me.
Motherfucker.
He just
You
outdid
threw
you.
that shit out
Had
there.
to tell
I don't
him,
know
dude.
Hey, I still think I'm 24.
Yeah, right.
You know what?
It's mental.
I think that's what is so cool about this sport. We're all a bunch of dumbasses for doing what we do out there, right? But it really it keeps us young, man.
Yeah, you know, Ritter, he doesn't like me. He just likes that he's better than everything at me. Like, he takes me riding because he can beat me. We go mountain biking because he
You're
can beat me.
that friend for him.
I go mountain biking because I don't
Everything we
want the
do,
mountain lion to
he
get me,
takes
because
me.
usually they go for the back person. Or
Yeah.
something.
I look like
I don't want
the meal.
Yeah,
It's like a snack.
Yeah, you look more juicy for him.
Exactly. So.
Well, thank you,
know.
man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we appreciate you guys. Like I said, same thing for us. Not a plug. Like, you know, I try to tell everybody, for viewers, the best way you guys can support me doing what I do is go support these guys, because without these guys, I wouldn't be here doing this. I wouldn't be able to keep doing my thing. So thank you to Fasthouse 805, Catalyst CBD, Red Eye for keeping us all charged up. And most thank you to you guys for making all this happen. So
Hey, I will do a plug. I just want everyone to go see Vicky Golden's movie that's
Yes.
coming
Oh,
out.
yes.
You guys,
805 Productions.
it is 805, threw down, and made one badass flick.
So
They
is-
crushed it with Tyler's movie
Yeah.
and Vicky's movies.
Yes.
It's even more intense.
Tyler's movie was incredible. I was fortunate enough to have a small piece of it, or be a small part of it, and it was something I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Vicky's, is the trailer just out, or is the full
The
piece
trailer
out?
is just out. I think it's the end of the month. They're
Okay.
they're going to release it.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just, you know, she's
gets
got one
injured.
hell of a story. You know, she's badass.
Yeah, she's unbelievable.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. She's one of the raddest chicks to ever throw a leg over a bike.
Yeah, and go to 805's Instagram, watch the teaser. Anything that 805 puts out is fucking quality. It's a piece that you'll want to sit down and watch over and over again.
Yeah, they don't mess around. They're serious, and we're
Such
so
good-
stoked that they're partners with us, and that
You
they-
guys fit so well.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It's been a
having-
match made in heaven. You know,
It is.
we love beer. We
Yes,
like
we
wearing
do.
black T-shirts, right?
I haven't had water in years.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's really cool. But thank you so much
Yeah,
for
man. Awesome.
for coming all the way over here to the East Coast for a day in the dirt, man.
Yeah, it's
Fuck yeah.
badass.
Thank you
Totally
guys for
stoked.
having us.
Thank you so much.
We maybe we could keep this going for future events, and if not, I'll at least be at him racing and filming all the boys.
No, I think that's a
Exactly.
good idea, dude. I think you start doing the key events with us. This will be fun.
Fuck yeah.
And
Thank you,
we'll,
boys.
We'll catch up on some other stories,
Dude,
'cause
yeah.
let me tell you something. I think that it would be really neat if they would want to listen to it.
Yeah.
From the beginning, from my dad.
I mean,
to,
it is
it's,
cool.
it's amazing.
It's cool.
It's
There's
really,
every step of the way. There's an authentic piece. The raven on the jerseys was his pet raven.
Yeah, I wanna know
No,
how
I
that.
would
There's
like to
so
just
many
kind of
cool
show you.
pieces.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It's nothing that we came up with overnight. It's just been
It's been your life.
a life's
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get you back on at some point where we can sit down for a while. And I've personally had a bunch of people ask me to
I
try
think
to
it should
get
be
into
you
your
two guys
story
one on
and-
one. I think that'd
Yeah.
be sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Fuck
man.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
cool.
Kenny. Appreciate everything you do, guys.
Thank you
Ritter,
so
you're a
much.
legend, dude. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Peace.
Hey, peace.
What?
Mark, Kenny told everyone that you're gay.